joining us here at Mary Makes the Call. I'm Mary, and I'll be here every week during the college football season, talking about the games that happened last week, what games to watch coming up and why, and everything in between. Say hello to my sister Laurie.
Hey everybody! Hi, thanks for coming. We missed you.
She's here too. And together we'll get through this. So before we go on, we need to talk about the elephant in the room. Packy. Last week we were informed that we forgot the trivia question. Thank you, Marcy Rose. We did forget the trivia question.
Yeah, thanks, Marcy Rose.
And neither one of us realized it until you mentioned it. But thank you for calling it out. We'll make sure we get it in this week, not to worry.
Absolutely.
So, all right, Laura, ready? Let's talk about last week.
I'm ready, Mary. Let's go.
There were some big games last week.
It was a big weekend.
Big major upsets last week. Let's talk about the big one. Vanderbilt beat number 1 Alabama 40-35. Now that doesn't happen every day or any day or ever. So this was a big
upset, huh?
Yeah, big kudos to Vanderbilt for that one.
Now are they a ranked team or not?
They are not. They're out of the top 25.
And they came all the way up and beat them?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep, they sure did. 40-35.
Big V.
All right. The other big upset was Arkansas beating Tennessee Volunteers. Sorry, the Vols lost, and that's their first game that they lost of the season.
So they're not undefeated anymore.
No, they're not undefeated, but they're ranked number 8. They're still in the top 25, the top 10, and Arkansas beat them 19-14. Then we had Minnesota beating USC 24-17. That was Minnesota's first win over USC since 1955.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Boy, the players that played in that game probably have grandchildren by now.
Probably. And then we had Washington beating Michigan 24-17. So we had one more.
Was that a big upset?
It was touch and go because Michigan's not having the strong season that they had last year when they won the national title, beating Washington. So
it was a matchup from last year.
Yeah, it was a little bit of redemption for Washington.
Okay.
So, but also this next game, Miami beat California. Now you're probably thinking, well, yeah, of course. But California was dominating the entire game, and they really, really should have won. With 20 seconds left in the game, Miami went up, scored a touchdown, and ended up beating California 39-38. But it was a great game. California was in it to the end, and then they just let it slip through their hands. So
you can never doubt the Ibis. The Ibis will get you through. Miami's mascot.
Right. So, anyways. Before I go on, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, hit that like button, okay? Those thumbs up, and if you want to hang around with us all season, which we hope you do, hit that subscribe button as well. So, let's talk about what's coming up. Big games. I said it was October. The competition's getting stiff now. The big games are coming up. So we have the Red River Rivalry. Say that 10 times.
Red River.
See? Red River Rivalry. This is played annually between Texas Longhorns and Oklahoma Sooners. It started back in 1900, and it is traditionally played at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. So you would think that Texas Longhorns would have the advantage, and this is a home game, but it's not. So Texas Longhorns are from Austin, Texas. Oklahoma's from Norman, Oklahoma, and the Cotton Bowl in Dallas is equal distance. It's a halfway mark, and that's 200 miles for each school.
Middle of the road.
Middle of the road. Fun fact, the Cotton Bowl, the Red River Rivalry, is played during the Texas State Fair, and the Texas State Fair is held on the grounds of the Cotton Bowl, so you have to go through the fair in order to get to the Cotton Bowl.
I'll take a corn dog and some fried butter, please.
Right. Exactly. So, and of the past 5 games, the past 5 meetings, Oklahoma has won.
Wow.
But Texas is ranked number 1 now, and they are strong, and they're looking like they're going to go to the national championship. I probably just jinxed them. I hope I didn't, but whatever. So Texas has their starting quarterback returning from an injury, Quinn Ewers. He's playing, but they had a pretty good backup quarterback too with Archie Manning.
Archie Manning.
That
sounds familiar.
You heard that Manning name before? Yeah.
Too bad he doesn't have a famous father.
He doesn't. Well, they're uncles.
Or uncle.
Peyton and Eli are the uncles of Archie Manning. So anyways, Texas has a good backup in case something happens to Quinn. But Oklahoma, they have a good quarterback too. He's a true freshman. His name is Michael Hawkins Jr. And he's holding he's taking the pressure pretty well, and they have a lot of faith in this kid. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Oh, good for him. A freshman starting out like that? Wow.
Yep. I know. So this should be a good game. We'll see what happens. Like I said, it's, you never know. You have to watch these games because even if they're a strong team like Alabama, they can get beat by the weaker team like Vanderbilt. So
a lot of the big ones have fallen. But, I bet you that parking for that game, between that and the fair, got to kind of be like a little bit of a nightmare, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
I guess you have to ride your horse. Anyways, other games coming up are number 2, Ohio State is going to Eugene, Oregon to play the Oregon Ducks. The Oregon Ducks are ranked number 3. Both teams are undefeated, and both teams are in the Big Ten Conference. So I'll be watching that one too.
That's going to be a battle.
And we have number 4, Penn State, going to USC, who is not ranked. They're unranked. Penn State is undefeated. So we'll see what happens there. And then we have
It would be interesting, though, if they're undefeated and the other one's not ranked. If it happens again, next week we have another one falling.
Exactly.
Just saying.
She's catching on there.
I'm trying.
She's
to
catching
remember
on.
what you're talking about.
And then we have Stanford going into Notre Dame. Notre Dame they're not undefeated. And then we have Ole Miss, ranked number 9, going to LSU, ranked number 13. That should be a really good game.
LSU, the team with my favorite logo. That tiger.
And one more game coming up. Florida Gators at Tennessee Volunteers. Now, the Gators aren't having a very good season, but this is typically a big rivalry matchup. So these two teams, so the stadium will be packed. It'll be a big game, and I will have my eye on that one to see. I think Tennessee's going to win, but you never know. So we'll see what happens.
Do you think they'll do that stripe thing that I saw last week at the games where every section was
different. Yeah. One was they'll probably do maybe a stripe out where one section's white and the next section's orange, and
that's cool. I like that idea.
So because they'll be playing in Tennessee, so they'll do Tennessee colors.
Oh, gotcha.
If they do it. So that brings us to our off the field spotlight. Laura, you want to take this one?
Thanks, Mayor. This is usually the point in our video where we highlight a team or a player who's doing exceptional things off the field as well as on. This week, in light of the devastation and the disasters that have happened up and down the west coast of Florida, affecting the east coast of Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, the hurricanes that have hit have spawned tornadoes and just unbelievable devastation. The people that are victims of it are just trying to put their lives together and starting from zero again. So this week we've put a link to the American Red Cross in our description, and we've also put the link at the end of our video as well. And we're asking you to please donate to the American Red Cross so that they can help our neighbors and friends and those in need get back on their feet and get their lives back together as much as they can. Thanks a lot. Mayor?
All right. So that brings us to our trivia question this week. The University of Oklahoma is known as the Oklahoma Sooners. What's a Sooner?
Oh, Mayor, I got it.
Yeah, no, I don't think she does.
The Sooner, I would say, would be the first person in the stadium before the other team shows up.
No.
How about the opposite of later?
No. You have to tune in next week to find out the answer to what an Oklahoma Sooner is. So put your best guess in the comments. We would love to hear from you. That's going to do it for this week. If you know someone who is showing some act of kindness off the field or making a positive impact off the field, we'd love to hear about it. Please leave their name and their school in the comments below, and we'll be happy to give them a shout out. And again, if you are enjoying what you're seeing, hit that like button, the thumbs up, helps us out. And if you want to be here with us all season, hit that subscribe button as well. So that's going to do it for this week of Mary Makes the Call. I'm Mary. Everyone out there, have a great week, and I will see you next week.
And I'll be back too.